All right, we'll continue this morning with the DAR Patriots and Coach Hunter Holland. I think he brought his football team with him. That's great. It's good to see you guys this morning. Coach Holland, I said he's back. 7 years, I think, for DAR, and then you've been off 7 years, right? So he's back. Are you going to stay for 7 years now? 7, 7, and 7. All right, Coach Hunter Holland and the DAR Patriots, introduce your guys, Coach, and give us an outlook for the season.
All right. Well, like I said, I brought 6 with me today. We've got Cam Lindsey. We've got Tyler Darling. We've got Robert McCamey. We've got Cam Kendrick here. We've got Buck Harden and Elio Salazar. So these are my guys I brought with me. They've been working hard. We're actually straight off the practice field. We're actually in practice now. We started Monday. We didn't have a spring, so we got to start a week early. So we're literally coming straight off the practice field, straight to here. So we had a good practice. Had 4 really good days. We've been hitting it wide open, and we're installing. And so, like I said, I need to speak up. Am I good? What? It's my pull it to me. How's that? Sorry, guys. Do I need to start over? I'm good. So, anyways, it's great to be back. Got fresh energy. Like I said, been out of it for a little while, but I'm back, and we're excited to get this thing started. And we've been working really hard. These seniors, I've got 13 seniors this year, so that's good. That's always good for DAR when we have that many seniors coming back, and they've all played a lot of football. So, like I said, looking forward to the season. Got a tough schedule as usual, but that's something we're used to, and like I said, it's going to be a challenge, but we're looking forward to it. So if you guys got any questions, I'm going to turn it loose.
Coach, first of all, got a couple. What made you want to come back after 7 years away? And then talk about your numbers. You said 13 seniors. Talk about the numbers for your football team. Are they where you would like them to be?
Okay. Well, to answer the question, coming back was just simple. The opportunity came about. Wasn't expecting it, but it did come about. And it's one of those things that the first go around, I was really young, and it was trying to get the program established. And I didn't, I guess, probably enjoy it as much as I should have. And the second go around, I've been determined that I'm going to enjoy it more, and I'm going to have fun with it. The administration wanted me to take it back over. I knew I had a great group of seniors coming back and a good foundation to work with. And so the timing was just right. It was right for me to get back in it. My kids, my own children, are older now, and so I'm not needed at home as much as I was, because that was really the first go-around why I got out of it. Was just I had small children at home, and my wife and my kids needed me back home. And so it's just worked out to where I'm in the back half of my career now, where I have more time to dedicate to it. And so, like I said, it was just about timing, and just the right situation came about for me to be able to come back in it. As far as our numbers, 13 seniors, 7 juniors, 16 sophomore, and a handful of freshmen. We're waiting on those numbers to come in because obviously school not starting, those numbers will go up. But overall, numbers are where I like them. If we can have 40 kids out, it's kind of been the number that DAR has needed to have to be successful. But I always would like more. I always could use more kids coming out. But, we try to aim for 10 per grade, and that's kind of where we've been. So,
Coach, I know you weren't the head coach last year. Coach Poole was. How many of these guys started for you? How many starters do you have coming back on the team this year?
Okay, well, pretty much all these guys. We have all these guys started last year, so we're able to have quite a few starters back on offense and defense. I would say probably 8 to 9 starters looks like on offense, and probably 7 to 8 back on defense. So we've got a lot of experience coming back. Now, we've got a lot of kids playing both ways. Again, that's just something we're used to at DAR, like a lot of schools are. But, we're trying to add depth, trying to build depth. We do have a sophomore class that's pretty strong, that's allowing us to try to get as many kids as we can play in just one way. But, we will have a handful of kids going both ways.
Hey, Coach, right here. As far as your expectations go, you said you were you're the second head coach in program history. You helped to lay that foundation. I'm sure expectations from then changed to now going into this season. What are realistic expectations you have now taking over this program?
Okay, well, even when I started it, and I was one of the original coaches from day one and have been with the program, and I've been at DAR for 21 years now. And it's always been to get this program established and competitive and where we're contending for a playoff spot every year. And that's the goal every year. And that's what it was when we first started it. Jumping into 4A with the region that we're in, it's tough. It has not been easy from going back to when we started in 05 and got in region play in 06. It's been a tough schedule every year. But with that being said, the goal is always winning seasons, making the playoffs, and that will always be the goal of what we're trying to get accomplished there and sustain it, and just be competitive year in, year out.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask, with so many guys that you brought with you, I know that it's a big deal for you to be able to have numbers at DAR. Walk us through just how encouraged you've been the last couple of years and a couple of cycles of guys kind of seeing a little bit of success, playoff appearances, seeing where the program was when you were there, a couple of coaches, and now having the opportunity to kind of continue to build the Patriot program.
Exactly. It's one of those that success breeds success. And the more success you can have on Friday night, the more enticing it is for young players to want to come out and play. And what you guys have to realize is, with this being a new program, this school was started in 1924. So you've got this school established, and then you bring football in. And so there's no parents, there's no dads that have the background of playing football. Now, yes, we've had people move in, but if you graduated from DAR, you did not get to play football. So we are still, my guys, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, all those first groups of guys, their kids now are in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. I have not gotten the kids back where their dads have played. And so we're still a new program in that sense. And so with that being said, it is a challenge every year to try to get that 10, 12, 13, 14 kids out per grade that we're wanting that you need to have, especially at a 4A level. So we're still building. It still is a young program in that sense, and that we're trying to establish tradition. We're still in that phase of trying to establish tradition, and where we've got parents that have played and they understand the process. So we're getting there. But like I said, it's still a struggle in some grades to get the 10 to 12 that we need out every year, but we're getting there.
Coach, I want to make sure I got this clear. You were on the first DAR football staff 21 years ago?
Yes, I was the original. I'm one of the original coaches, and in 05, and then was the head coach. Took over in 07.
07. And you took off 7 years. Were you completely out of coaching or just out of football?
Completely out of coaching.
Just teaching?
Completely out of coaching. Just teaching.
Just teaching.
Just teaching.
Okay.
Still at DAR, though.
Coach, congratulations on getting back too. I want to know, you've been away for 7 years and football has changed so much. Are you going to keep the same philosophy offensively that you had before, or are you going to fine-tune things?
Well, we're fine-tuning it. It still is the original philosophy of triple option, okay, football. But we are adding elements to the pass game that I think are going to help this ball club, and adding some things that they've been doing. And trying to use some of the same terminology that they've been using in the past, but no. To answer your question, like I said, it's going to be a run first offense, and that's what we're going to establish, and try to use the offense as a defense, clock control, ball control, and trying to keep the offense on the field. My mentality, and that's when I took over. I told him, I said, now 4th and short, 4th and 1, 4th and 2, we're going for it. We're going to try to keep the ball away from the offense, other teams' offenses, and try to help the defense out, that way.
Well, that's good. I love that style of football. And when I was doing radio at Scottsboro, I enjoyed that veer option. It was fun to watch and very entertaining.
That's, obviously, that's where I'm from, and I played in that offense, and that's where that background comes from.
Well, this is for the guys. Okay, y'all had a lot of distractions last year with the COVID and all that going on. This year, do you have a lot different frame of mind, knowing that you really just got to concentrate on football, other than the heat we're having now? But mainly, it's just football now. Does that make you feel a whole lot better about things and really looking forward to the football season?
To answer your question, I think we have been able to focus on football a lot more. It's been easier, like you said, not having to deal with all the rumors about, if we were even going to have a season or not, So we've been able to just have our mind on football, and having a new coach and everything, we've been adjusting. So I think it's been helping us understand what he's trying to tell us, and helps him understand what we're trying to explain to him as well.
Coach, over here on your left, you had talked about it. I'll ask two questions. I'll ask one, let you answer it. But you mentioned not having a spring, getting the extra week of fall. I know that's something that the AHSAA implemented this year because of COVID. I don't know what their rules are going to be going forward, what their decisions are going to be, but is that something that you would rather have, is that extra week, or would you rather have the spring?
I would rather have this first week in summer, or the last week of July, than the spring training. Spring training has gotten so difficult, especially for smaller schools where we're sharing kids in other sports between track, baseball. It has become very difficult to have a meaningful spring, if you know what I mean. It's hard to have a spring training in the traditional sense of what what we normally think about. So I'm hoping that they allow this to be the norm, and that you can decide if you want to have a spring training in May, go ahead, or if you want to wait and have this extra week at the end of July. So like I said, for us, like I said, we're practicing this week, and it's of course it's hot, but it for me in our situation, especially this year with all the install that's going on, it's worked out pretty good, and I hope that the Alabama High School Athletic Association will allow schools to choose what they want to do on that.
And finally, I don't know how up-to-date this schedule is that I've got, but you open at Fairview, then you get your bye week very early in the year. Is that something that was planned, and do you prefer to have it there? I know some coaches like to manipulate that bye week.
I would not. I did not have anything to do with the schedule, so this is the schedule I inherited. But no, I typically, that's not ideal. I would rather have it week 5 in the middle of the season. But actually, with this situation for this year, for us, it's going to allow us, because we have a jamboree against Sylvania on the 12th, and then we play Fairview. So I'm going to have 2 games to kind of gather some intel on what's working, what's not, what these kids can do, and what they're good, what they're going to be able to excel at, and kind of do some game planning. So that week off will help me going into region play, try to make some adjustments. So,
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot for being with us. You guys for coming this morning to Media Day. As Adam said, you open up against Fairview in a couple of weeks now, 2 weeks from Friday night. So I'm looking forward to football season. I know you guys are. So
we are.
thanks a lot. Thanks for coming, and good luck to the Patriots.
Thank you guys for having us.